Hello and welcome to the High Maintenance Hippie podcast. This is your host, Ashley from Ashley Taylor Wellness. On this podcast, we talk about all things beauty, health, wellness, and optimization. Being a high maintenance hippie represents not being boxed in, as I strongly believe that one size does not fit all. I'm a nurse turned coach, and I have learned so much about both conventional and alternative options, and I want to help you expand your options. I'm here to inspire you to learn new ways to improve your quality of life and to take your power back. I'm so excited that you're here, so let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to the High Maintenance Hippie podcast. This is Ashley, and today I want to talk about community and events. This is really important because 2020 was a time where I think everyone's world was pretty much shaken up and a lot of relationships were formed. A lot of relationships may have fizzled out, friendships, partnerships, whatever that might be. And I think one great thing that came out of it is a lot of people started to ask more questions. Is everything that we're being told exactly what's happening? And I like to think of myself as a critical thinker. It doesn't mean that I'm the only one who has the right answers. It just means I'm capable of thinking for myself and coming to my own conclusions. A lot of people didn't like that. And I never told other people what they should do, how they should live. I'm just very opinionated about why what I choose is right for me. And I am responsible for the outcomes of those choices. So a lot of people, myself included, had their community really change in 2020. And it became smaller, but quality over quantity, that's the most important thing. And it's not about how many friends or acquaintances you have. It's really about the quality of those relationships. And I love the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So our relationships and community are very, very important. Going back to 5 pillars of functional medicine health coaching: sleep and restoration or restorative time, exercise and movement, nutrition, which I also like to call nourishment and what we're consuming, stress, and relationships. So stress and relationships don't get as much attention as they should, in my opinion, because we can't see those things. We know how we feel after we hang out with people that are a huge drain on our energy, but also those people that light us up. And we're like, oh, I love being with you. It's so easy to talk to you. I have so much fun. Those relationships are really serving us. We need to have people in our lives that don't agree with us on everything, certainly will challenge us, but respect our ability to come to our own conclusions, make our own decisions, and we give them that in return. It's called respect. So in creating community, a lot of people have done that online, but we need that in person more than ever before. And that is why I'm really excited that this Friday, August 18th at Citrine, there is going to be an event called Girls Night Out. And I am co-hosting this event. I'm so excited. It's my first time doing something like this. I have spoken at events before, but co-hosting is totally out of my wheelhouse, and I could not be more excited about it. It's great to do things that challenge us, that are a little bit outside of our comfort zone. It's how we grow. It's how we make new relationships, and I am just so honored to be a part of it. So for this event, it's 2 hours. It sold out very quickly in less than 2 days, and the ticket prices are extremely reasonable. They are $55. Well, they were $55 before we sold out. And Citrine was nice enough to give me 10% off for my audience, which would have brought it to under $50 per ticket. And when you go there, we have all these stations that are going to be set up to try different things. And the attendees are leaving with a sick gift bag that is valued at over $250. So that very easily pays for the ticket. But you can buy products online, you can buy products in a store, but the community, that's really what I value. It is so important. And I've always felt a little bit like I'm torn between 2 worlds. That's actually a big reason why I started the High Maintenance Hippie podcast. I've shared many times before how I felt too high maintenance for some of the hippies and too hippie for some of the high maintenance people. And I just find it really hard to believe with 8 billion people, if that's the real number, whatever. We have a lot of people on the planet, and I can't be the only person who enjoys taking care of myself and has a couple vices. Okay? Don't think Botox is healthy. It's something that I choose. I don't think that we are meant to live in bubbles forever and just hide from every stressor, but we need to be aware of how those stressors affect us. So my stance has always been freedom. It's always been do what's right for you. And being a high maintenance hippie is doing what's right for me. I'm going to choose the things that add value to my life, and I'm not going to choose the things that don't. personal decision, and it's going to look different for everyone. There are things that other people do for their health. I wouldn't do that. And I'm not here to say that their way is right or wrong, but don't you think that it would be really awesome to have people in your life that say, oh, I'm interested in what you have to say. Wouldn't work for me, but do you? And that curiosity allows us to be friends, curiosity and respect. Those two things allow us to be friends with people who live differently, and we're not threatened by it. And if we do not have a strong sense of self-worth, we're going to be threatened by people who live or act differently. And it simply means that we're just different. It's okay. It doesn't mean there's one that's right and one that's wrong. I don't love country music. Does that mean country music is wrong? No, I just don't love it. And there's just so much duality. There's so much division. And well, what's the opposite of division? It is unity. It is coming together. It's community. So we need people. And I hope to do another event with Citrine, maybe in January, sometime early next year. So I'll keep you posted on that. What I also wanted to share about is the Brexley retreat. This is the first retreat that I will be hosting by myself here in Scottsdale, Arizona. It is Wednesday, October 11th until Sunday, October 15th. It will be myself and 4 other women. And I'm so excited because this retreat is high maintenance hippie style. All the way. Luxury, pampering ourselves, slowing down, and also doing things to support our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. All of these things are important. And sometimes we just get lost in the hustle bustle of everyday life, especially for parents, but for anybody. And to leave our hectic environment, go somewhere that's very tranquil, very serene, and implement practices that either are new to us or that we know about, we just haven't been doing, is very powerful. My intention is for everyone to leave feeling much better than when they came. I will be honest and say that I have participated in retreats before that were international. They were amazing experiences of the lifetime, would do it again. But it did take a lot out of me as far as adjusting. So I wanted to do something that was in the US. And this time of year, Arizona is in Pacific time zone. So anybody coming from the East will be traveling west. That's usually easier on the body. So I wanted something that wasn't going to require jet lag. I wanted something that was going to be comfortable. I also wanted something that would give the attendees something to be excited about and to look forward to, but an amazing experience. And then not only for the retreat, but when the ladies go home, they have tools, practices, and tangible things that they can implement in their lives. I am so excited. So what is included? What does this retreat entail? The first thing, and I think food is make or break for a lot of retreats, but we have an amazing private chef. She has worked with local athletes and she's been on the Food Network. She's incredible, great personality, and she also has cooked at this property before, which is really nice because she's familiar with everything. Her name is Ashley as well, and all of the meals will be high quality, organic ingredients. I will absolutely send preference sheets out to make sure that you're not having things that you don't care for and that we can give you things that you like. If you have any restrictions or allergies, we will definitely accommodate that. This is a smaller group of people. Like I said, it's 4 attendees and myself, and I want everyone to have a luxury experience where it's above and beyond. You show up, you don't have to worry about anything other than taking care of yourself. You can opt out of any activity you don't want to do, but it is to recharge. We don't do enough of this. So private chef for all of our meals, and that is going to be something that will alleviate a lot of stress for people who are cooking and cleaning on a daily basis. Let someone make you amazing, healthy, delicious food for this time. That is one part. We are also going to have private intraoral and buccal massages and facials done by someone named Jamie. I see her. She is incredible. She is very thorough and does a very thorough intake, and this treatment is about 2 hours. And I've had it done, and I had no idea how much tension I was carrying in my jaw and my face. It was incredible. A lot of people don't have access to this, so it's something I want the ladies to be able to try, and it is incredible. Also, there will be a nurse coming by. Her name is Mallory, and she does all sorts of different treatments, IV ozone therapy, NAD, and you'll be able to do a consult. This is optional, and see if there is a treatment you'd like to receive. during your time here, there's a medical director that will okay everything. So that is an option as well. We're also going to do a spa day, and I haven't shared the name of the spa just yet, but I've been doing my market research and testing out all of the local spas to make sure that we can go to the best one. But I think I have an idea in mind. And for the spa day, we're going to do massages. Once again, all of this is included in the price. All you have to do is show up, and your airfare and getting to the property is all you have to take care of. If you would like to upgrade an IV, great. Otherwise, everything's included. So we will do a spa day, and no children allowed in the adult parts of the spa. Love kids, but don't know that I want to hear screaming kids jumping in the pool whenever I'm trying to relax. So if you're a parent, this will be a good break and reset and recharge. We're also going to do a group hike together. And Arizona is beautiful. It's really hot in the summer, but October is such a beautiful time. And that's one of my favorite things about Arizona is all of the amazing hikes. We're also going to do a group session at Optimyze. That is a biohacking center. I love Optimyze. I go there all the time. One of my favorite things is the community. And we'll be able to use the biocharger, do compression therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, warm hydrotherapy, whatever feels right for you. You don't have to do anything. If your body's like not feeling a cold plunge, that's okay. It's whatever is going to feel right for you. But we will have that as well as a breathwork class. We will have a group sound bath hosted by Carrie. Carrie is amazing. I have been a client of hers for many years, and I absolutely love her work. Sound baths are incredible. The first time I did it, I'm like, this feels like I took drugs, and it's instruments. And she will explain the benefits of that in more detail. Sound baths are incredible. On the very last night, we're going to do a group dinner at a beautiful restaurant, and the property is insane, but I also think it would be really nice to see different parts of Scottsdale. So get everyone's input and make sure that it's a place that everyone's going to enjoy, and really excited about that. As far as the property itself, everyone has their own bedroom. Very, very important. If you're overstimulated, overwhelmed, you need to go in your room and rest, no questions asked. Do whatever you need to do to rest and recharge and take care of yourself. So everyone having their own rooms was very important to me. We also will be doing wellness practices there. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, but coffee enemas, red light, and I will have some other things like the Braintap. Once again, you don't have to do anything you don't want to, but I want to bring all of my favorite options and let people try those out. There will also be solo time each day. I'm going to bring some amazing books and practice being bored. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of us believe that if we slow down, that means that we're lazy, and that is not the case at all. If you are attending, I know that I'm going to be looking at my Oura Ring data, and by seeing how much rest positively impacts my scores, it no longer is something that I think makes me lazy. I see how much it makes me feel recharged, more productive, and honestly happier. So ample time and opportunities for your own solo recharging time. Obviously, clean water is a non-negotiable. I will be bringing my distiller and trace mineral drops. I can also have spring water available if someone prefers that. This is a luxury retreat and a luxury experience, so any preferences that you have, please communicate them and I will make it happen. Once again, I want people to come and feel like they have just been spoiled rotten and they feel so much happier, healthier, and ready to go back home to their life because they've done something to take care of themselves. And it's not just what we're doing, it's things that you're going to be able to implement after the fact as well. Other add-ons, every room has robes. We're going to have light cleaning every other day. The pool's going to be heated. And let me just tell you, this property is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I went there myself and I was absolutely blown away. It is one of the most beautiful homes and everything is organized, meticulous. The furniture is beautiful. I mean, everything about it is a full body yes. So I have one spot left, and I really want to make sure that the last person that attends is going to vibe well with the group. So far, everyone coming is late 30s to early 40s, and we all, in different ways, think of ourselves as high maintenance hippies. And I also want whoever attends for the last spot to save room in their suitcase because you're going to get hooked up with all of my favorite products to bring home. Yes, we'll use these things there, but also when you return home. So if you have any questions or if you're interested, I will put in the show notes the link for the application for the Brexley retreat. I have one room left and it is the primary room. Absolutely beautiful. I'm willing to negotiate, and I was going to take the smallest room, but if that's going to make it more accessible, we might be able to work something out, but would love to have you. The most important thing is that you're a person who works hard, plays hard, wants to take care of yourself, friendly, outgoing, respectful of other people. Ideally, you're already on a wellness journey and you just want to reinforce and expand and have some fun. Fun doesn't mean we have to get blackout drunk. And this is not going to be a booze retreat. We're not going to be doing all these things for our health and then trashing our body. So if that's a deal breaker for anybody, I wanted to mention that. And you can schedule a discovery call. It's 20 minutes and we'll see if it's a good fit. No pressure if it's not what you're looking for, but whether it's an in-person event for a couple hours or a retreat that's several days, community is so important. And I'm so grateful for online community, but it hits differently when it's real life. And a lot of people had to start over with their friend groups and they don't have these connections just yet. So we're here to make memories, improve our health, and create some great relationships. And in the retreats where I've participated in the past, we all stay in touch because we bond on such a personal level when you're together for days at a time like that. So I can't wait. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to it. So we're going to have a blast in less than 2 months, one spot left. So I'm excited to see who will be the last one. I've always been a powder makeup girl, and I don't know if that's because I used to live in the South where there was a lot of humidity and I would sweat easily, so powder was great for that. But now, as I live in the desert, I'm branching out and trying a lot of different products, and I am loving these 2 sticks. I get both of them from Citrine. So the first is from Jane Iredell, and the color is Sizzle, so it's a bronzer stick. And the way that I use it, I take the lid off, I unscrew it, put a little bit here, on the top of my forehead, jawline, and then a little bit on the sides of my nose, and I blend that in. So that's what I have been using for bronzer. And then for blush, Ilia also has a stick, and this color is called At Last. So I take a little bit and I put it right on the apples of the cheeks, and I use a brush to blend it in. Both of these products, you can save 10% if you get them from Citrine using my code ashleytaylorwellness, and they are low-tox, clean options, and they actually work. So if you decide to try them, let me know what you think. Thank you for listening to the High Maintenance Hippie podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast, rate it, and leave a review, ideally a 5-star review if you loved it. All of this is free of charge and really helps me to be able to run the podcast. If you take a screenshot and tag me, I'll repost you and shout you out on Instagram. So tag Ashley Taylor Wellness and High Maintenance Hippie Podcast. If you have any feedback or guests that you'd like to have, I would love to hear from you so that I'm not just talking at you. I really want to deliver things that are valuable. So send me an email with any feedback, suggestions, or ideas for guests at ashley@ashleytaylorwellness.com. And I will leave you with a disclaimer. Please know that this is not medical advice or replacement for seeking medical care. Everything discussed on this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. Always consult with your medical provider before making any changes. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.